of Indigenous-led podcast projects are getting a funding boost. The Indigenous Screen Office is allocating $300,000 to the creation and development of the podcasts. For more on the initiative and the projects, we're joined by the CEO of the ISO, Kerry Swanson. Kerry, thanks so much for being with us here. I guess, when people think about the Indigenous Screen Office, it's usually movies or television. So can you tell us a bit about why the ISO is getting involved in funding podcasts?
Yeah. Well, we had this opportunity to partner with Google.org, which is the philanthropic arm of Google in Canada, and we thought that podcasting had clearly become such an important part of the broadcasting ecosystem, and it's not something that most traditional funders in the sector support. And given that we're an Indigenous Screen Office with the connection that podcasting has to traditional oral storytelling, we thought it was the perfect opportunity for us.
Yeah, there's really been some big Indigenous-led podcasts over the last few years.
Yes, so many, and we're expanding that to some emerging talent to host their first podcast, and also for many of those who already have many seasons under their belt to continue that work.
Yeah, so funding announced for 12 podcasts. Can you tell us a little bit about a couple of them?
Yeah, there are 12 podcasts from across the country. So we've got 5 provinces represented. And the lineup really represents the diversity of Indigenous storytelling. So we've got podcasts ranging from ancestral knowledge, stories about the land. We have one really interesting one documenting a family of 5 learning and speaking the Anishinaabe language in their home as second language learners. And we also have some on music, matriarchy, Indigenous futurisms. And one that you might be interested in is an APTN series, Tales from the Res, that is expanding that universe through a new podcast.
They all sound pretty good. Kerry, the last time, at least that I spoke with you, it was about the ISO and the uncertainty around the future funding for the ISO. It was recently announced, the $65 million over 5 years, stable funding going forward of $13 million a year. What do you think that's going to mean for Indigenous-led projects in Canada?
It's so important to us and to the community to have that foundation, so we don't have to now spend our time lobbying for funding. We know that it's going to be there, and these are the building blocks now for the ISO to grow and to continue this real trajectory of success that we've had over the last 6 years. So it couldn't have come at a more perfect time. It's absolutely one of the most meaningful milestones yet in our history, and we only expect to continue to grow and support the incredible storytellers across the country.
Right on, Kerry. We'll have to leave it there, but appreciate you taking some time for us. Looking forward to seeing you in real life in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.